Mary, I have to be completely honest with you. I spent almost an hour last night watching an American TV show, and I felt like I needed subtitles just to understand plain English. Why does fast native English sound like one massive, unbroken word?
You're definitely not alone in that, Bruno. The secret isn't that native speakers are talking faster, it's that we actually cut and glue words together. Today, we're going to unlock exactly how that works so you can start catching every single sentence effortlessly.
Welcome back to the B&M English Podcast, everyone. I'm Bruno, and as always, I'm joined by Mary.
Hey, everyone. Great to have you with us today.
Mary, right before we started recording, I was telling you about my television crisis from last night. I really thought my English was getting pretty solid. I can read articles, I understand our chats easily, but the moment I turned on that American sitcom without subtitles, disaster. Total disaster. It felt like they were talking at 100 miles an hour.
That is such a common wall to hit, Bruno, especially at the intermediate level. You build up all this confidence with textbook English or slow audio, and then real-world English just smacks you right in the face.
Exactly. Is it just that my brain is too slow, or are native speakers actually doing something weird with their words?
It's definitely not your brain. Here's the thing. Native speakers don't actually speak faster. We just speak differently. We take words, squish them together, chop off letters, and drop vowels to keep a natural rhythm. It's called connected speech.
Connected speech. So basically you glue everything into one big word and expect us to decode it?
Pretty much. But once you learn the secret patterns behind why and how we do it, your ears start picking up those hidden words instantly. In today's episode, we're going to break down those exact patterns, from flap T's to content words, so you can finally turn off those English subtitles for good. Ready to dive in?
Let's do it. My ears are ready.
Okay, Mary, let's start with the thing that drives me most crazy. Flap T's and words running together. When I hear native speakers say water or gotta, it sounds like water and gotta. How are we supposed to recognize words when the letters literally change sound?
That is the ultimate B2 hurdle. What you're hearing is called the flap T or tap T, and it happens in American English when a T sound is sandwiched between two vowel sounds. Your tongue just taps the roof of your mouth quickly instead of making a sharp, hard T.
Right. Like instead of saying, I got a bottle of water, you say, I got a bottle of water.
Exactly. But notice what happens when learners try to hear every single T distinctly. They expect, I got a bottle of water. So when a native speaker says, I got a bottle of water, the learner's brain stops and searches for words that don't exist.
Guilty as charged. That's a super common mistake. We listen for the individual words as they are written in a textbook rather than listening for the overall sound unit.
Precisely. Take a look at this sentence. What do you want to do?
In textbook English, what do you want to do?
But in casual, fast speech, what do you turns into watcha or wataya, and want to becomes wanna. So it sounds like what you want to do.
What you want to do? It almost sounds like a single word.
It really does. Another huge pattern is linking consonants to vowels. When a word ends in a consonant sound and the next word starts with a vowel, we link them together seamlessly.
Give me an example of that.
Okay, think about the phrase check it out. A learner might say check it out, but a native speaker blends the K into it, and the T becomes a flap T into out. Check it out.
Check it out! Wow! So if I'm listening for three separate words, I get lost. But if I recognize check it out as one chunk, it makes instant sense.
Bingo! The key isn't trying to hear check it and out separately. It's training your ear to recognize lexical chunks, word groups that always stick together in natural speech. So, after flap T's and linking, there's another massive reason native speakers sound like they're speaking at warp speed. content words versus function words.
Okay, break that down for me. What's the difference?
English is a stress-timed language. That means we only emphasize the words that carry the actual meaning. Nouns, main verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Those are content words.
And function words are grammar connectors?
Exactly. Prepositions, articles, pronouns, and auxiliary verbs like to, for, at, the, can, was. When we speak, we squeeze and shorten function words so we can spend more time on content words. Vowels in function words usually get reduced to a tiny sound, what linguists call the schwa sound.
Give me a real sentence so I can hear what you mean.
Perfect. Let's take this sentence. I can go to the store for a minute. A lot of learners try to pronounce every single word with equal stress. I can go to the store for a minute.
That sounds like a GPS navigation system.
Right. But a native speaker only stresses go, store, and minute. Watch how the rest shrinks. I can go to the store for a minute. Notice how can becomes n, to the becomes th, and fora becomes fura.
Wow. So can isn't pronounced can at all? It almost disappears into
Exactly. I can go to the store for a minute. The rhythm of English comes from the contrast between loud, long content words and soft, squished function words.
That makes so much sense. I used to panic when I missed those tiny functional words like for, or to. But if I just focus my energy on catching the main content words, go, store, minute, I can still understand 100% of the meaning.
You hit the nail right on the head, Bruno. That's the secret. Stop trying to catch 100% of the small grammar words. Train your ear to lock on to the stressed nouns and verbs, and your brain will fill in the rest naturally.
Mary, understanding flap T's and content words is huge. But honestly, when I'm in the middle of a fast conversation, my mind starts scrambling. I try to translate the native speaker's words in my head, and within 3 seconds, I'm completely lost. How do I actually stop doing that?
The translation trap. That is the absolute biggest bottleneck for upper intermediate learners. When you translate, your brain is trying to run 2 audio processing tracks at the exact same time, the English track and your native language track. No wonder your mind crashes.
Exactly. It feels like my brain freezes up, and then anxiety kicks in. The second I start worrying that I missed a word, I end up missing the next 3 sentences.
Right. So step 1 to fixing this is a mindset shift. Embrace missing words. Native speakers themselves miss words all the time in noisy cafes or fast group chats. We don't hear every single sound. We use context to bridge the gaps.
So instead of treating listening like a word-for-word spelling test, I should treat it like assembling a puzzle?
Exactly. Look at the big picture. If you catch flight, delayed, and gate, you don't need to panic about whether the speaker said has been or was. You already have 90% of the key meaning.
That lowers the pressure so much. But what about practical training exercises? What can I actually do at home to speed up my brain's real-time processing?
My absolute favorite technique for this is active shadowing with speed manipulation.
Speed manipulation? Like playing podcasts at different speeds?
Precisely. Take an audio clip, like this podcast, and listen to it at 1.25x or 1.5x speed first. It will sound insane at initial listen. But after your brain adjusts to that hyperspeed, drop it back down to normal 1.0 speed.
Normal speed will suddenly feel like slow motion.
It really does. It tricks your brain's auditory processing into relaxing because 1.0 suddenly feels easy. Then try shadowing, repeating the speaker's phrases out loud just a fraction of a second behind them, matching their cadence and rhythm without stopping to think.
That sounds like athletic training for your ears and tongue.
So instead of pausing and translating, shadowing forces your brain to connect English sounds directly to meaning.
You got it. Once you stop translating and start drafting context, fast-spoken English stops feeling like an unbeatable monster and just becomes a natural, enjoyable flow.
Wow, Mary. I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Understanding flap T's, focusing on content words, and letting go of the need to translate every single word, that completely changes how I'm going to listen to English from now on.
I'm so glad to hear that, Bruno. Remember, listening is a muscle. You don't need to understand 100% of the words on day one. As long as you catch the key content words and get the big picture, you're winning.
Absolutely. So let's do a quick recap of our top 3 takeaways today. 1. Expect connected speech. Native speakers blend sounds together and use flap T's. Don't look for separated textbook words. Listen for overall sound chunks. 2. Lock onto content words. Focus your energy on nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Let your brain autofill the weak function words like prepositions and articles. And 3. Ditch the translator. Stop translating in your head. Lower your anxiety, embrace missing a word here or there, and focus on context.
Spot on. Now, for everyone listening at home, here is your mindset shift and action challenge for this week. Pick a 2-minute clip from your favorite English movie, TV show, or podcast. Turn off the subtitles. Listen to it at 1.25 speed once, then bring it back to normal speed. Focus only on catching the stressed content words and try a bit of active shadowing. You will be amazed at how much clearer everything sounds.
Give it a shot and let yourself make mistakes. Progress over perfection, always.
Exactly. You've got this. Keep practicing, keep trusting your ears, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Until next time, happy listening, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.